What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about some inside zone run defense. This is something that I've personally struggled with for a long time. I can blow it up out of 3-4 odd, but anything else, I can't. I can't. We're going to be showing you guys how you can blow up inside zone out of nickel normal. We'll go into nickel blitz 2s. They play nickel normal, not 2-4-5. This is Miami Dolphins defensive playbook. There's a bunch of other playbooks out there that have nickel normal, so I don't think you're just limited to this one thing. We're going to start off in the trips tight end. We'll talk about gun bunch tight end with 3-4 odds specifically. But to kick it off, we're going to go ahead and go into trips tight end inside zone. Now, for nickel normal, you need to have the nickel corner matching the strong side. So in this case, we got trips left. We're matching strength for strength. So we've got the blitzing corner on trip side. The setup is super easy. All you want to do is go ahead and pinch your linebackers. Next, you're going to user the weak side linebacker. In this case, it'd be Anthony Barr. So we have trips left. We're using the right middle linebacker, which is Anthony Barr. You're going to take him and you're going to hover behind this defensive tackle about a yard. Actually, we can player lock real fast. Just kidding. We can't player lock. You can hover about a yard or two. You guys can kind of see where I'm at right now behind him. And then you're going to be shooting the A gap right here. Now, hopefully we're not going to get off sides, but you're going to essentially come down and just shoot this A gap right there. Now, you can click off. I don't like to click off, but this is how you're going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to try using two different controllers right here. Snap the ball, and you can see right there, A gap open. But again, just having to like snap the ball and get the timing down. It's it's really difficult to be able to control two teams at once. So again, it's just a simple pinch linebackers, move this guy over, the guy that you're using, and then just shoot the gap. So right there, you can see bang again. Just because I'm having to hit A and switch to another controller, it's just really hard to get the timing down. So it's really simple to shoot the gap, and this is going to essentially go over any shotgun formation, but bunch tight end. Bunch tight end, for some odd reason, I don't know why, but for some odd reason, it does not work. So the play that I like to use for bunch tight end specifically is this cover 2 sink. This is my base run defense. If they're going under center, I'm almost exclusively going to come out on this cover 2 sink. If you guys want to know how to run that, meisterman.com, check it out. So cover 2 sink is the play. Now we're going to go ahead and go into this bunch tight end. Again, this is just solely focusing on inside zone. What you're going to do is, I don't know, maybe people know about this. I'm sure a lot of people, almost everybody knows about this by now. But if you hit LB and down on the left stick, it does several different things. It pinches your D-line, it pinches your linebackers, and it presses your defense as well. So if we go LB down to the left stick, you'll notice that people will get pressed, D-line's pinched, linebackers are pinched. You do not want a baseline press. You just want to go ahead, pinch linebackers, press by LB left stick. Same thing as the nickel normal. You want to take the weak side middle linebacker and hover behind the defensive end, about a yard or two, maybe even 3 off. And it's going to be the same thing. Shoot the A gap. One thing that I also like to do is, if I'm fully aware that they're running the ball, this is a little trick right here and what I use with my run defense. By pushing in on the right stick, even though they may be deep halves and even though they may not be part of the run fit whatsoever, they're still going to come crashing down. That is one of these two safeties. So let's go ahead and move this guy over, snap the ball, push on the D-pad. You can see right there, Harrison Smith coming up, making a play and containing it. That time we weren't able to shoot it all too well, but again, I kind of blame it having to use two different controllers, hopping onto one and trying to control the other. But again, it's just a simple LB down on the left stick and trying to shoot the A gap. If you notice that hovering right here isn't working, then you maybe need to move over just a little bit more. The catch with this is to have a fast user. For an example, Deion Jones, Anthony Barr, Troy Polamalu is an example for those guys that play mutt. But let's go ahead and just see if we can shoot this gap right there. Again, bad user, but you can still see we're able to contain it. If we're actually able to get in the backfield and not look like a complete idiot doing this, we're going to be able to get him in the backfield for a loss of about 2 yards. One thing also is, if you put your safeties into spies, this is playing a very aggressive run defense, but they're going to play the run as well. So if you have a crappy user like myself, you can start there, bang. We're getting him in the backfield with a shed because the offensive lineman is having to disengage with the defensive end, thus allowing the defensive end to get free or allowing our user to get free and stopping him in the backfield. So we'll do this one more time, and then we'll go into a couple different random formations like trips weak, gun doubles, some other, whatever other formations have inside zone out of a shotgun. So again, it's just simple. LB down left stick, hover over the defensive end on the weak side, and then just try and shoot the gap. You can see again, that time he actually cut to the right, but if he comes straight at us, we can hit stick him and get him in the backfield for a loss of about 2, maybe 3 yards. So now let's hop into some other formations. 3-4 odd specifically is good for any inside zone, but if they are in a trips formation, you're going to find that's going to be very easy to get hit with the pass because it's a run heavy set. Essentially, it's a run defense is what we're coming out of. So let's go back into nickel normal. For any other formation, I like to stick in nickel normal. Let's just go. I know that one might work. We'll try it. So same thing. Pinch linebackers don't baseline. Otherwise, if you baseline Kendricks, as you saw just before this, he was hovering over the B gap. And, well, you don't want that to happen. Again, take your user on the weak side, hover over the defensive tackle in this case, and try and shoot a gap. Right there, you can see we got 2 guys coming free. He's having to cut it outside, and we're there to contain as well. So that was just, I don't even know what this gun wing or I don't know what garbage formation this is. But again, the whole idea with nickel normal is just come out in this nickel blitz 2. Let's go into tight doubles. I believe does not have inside zone if I remember correctly. No, it does not. Doubles weak, I think does. Maybe not. Okay, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Wide trips HB weak is another example. This is what I want to talk about real fast as well. Here's an issue with wide trips. If you go ahead and flip, because remember, you need to have the blitzing corner on the strong side. So we'll flip it real fast. While that time, this is a miracle, guys. This is a miracle. Holy crap. That time he flipped. Not all the time will he flip. I don't know why, but sometimes he will not flip. If that is not the case, you will have to manually click onto him and move him over. If he flips when you tell him to, praise the Madden gods. They actually listen to what you told them to do. So again, same thing. You want to go ahead and pinch linebackers. Now notice, where is strong side? Strong side is on the right. We got trips right this time instead of trips left. So in this case, instead of using bar, we're going to use Kendricks, and it's going to be the same principle. Hide behind the defensive tackle on the weak side of the ball. So in this case, it's on the left side. So snap the ball, and again, looking for this A gap to try and shoot. It's right there, bang, getting him in backfield. That's much better than last time for a loss of about 3 to 2 yards. And that's something you can consistently do. Again, just as simple pinch linebackers, making sure that the blitzing corner is on the strong side. He matched strong for strong. And then just hover over behind the defensive tackle. And you can see right there, we were a little early, but nonetheless, getting him in the backfield, practically right at the line of scrimmage for a gain of maybe a yard. So now let's just dive into a couple different random formations. I'm going to go back into nickel normal. This is kind of our base inside zone defense. Oh, here's one. Here we go. Tight slots HB weak. I do know that this one has inside zone in it. So again, strong side. This one's a little bit more tricky because strong side is with the tight end. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and flip it with our blitzing corner on the tight end side, and still same thing as last time, pinch linebackers and just hover over the D tackle and try and shoot the gap. If you notice this isn't working, then flip it and just kind of get used to where the strong side is. You can see, oh, again, bad user, but nonetheless, Harrison Smith, punch him in the face. You can see we're able to get in the backfield for what would be a loss of yards if Maestro's user wasn't just like garbage. But again, it's just having your corner on what you recognize as the strong side. Any tight formation, look for the tight end, identify that, flip it accordingly to make sure that the corner is on the strong side. That's the biggest thing with this, and then just hiding behind a D tackle and shooting whatever gap may be open. Now notice, I have never actually practiced this before, and this one's particularly, and so I'm not as good with it. So this is kind of a little bit of practice with me. So again, we'll try it one more time. Just kind of get comfortable where the user needs to be and just shoot the gap that's going to open up. So snap the ball, and you can see right there, in this case, our CPUs just take the wrong gap all completely. But you guys get the point. It's shooting the backfield consistently just with bad users, okay? It's okay. I suck at using. That's why I click off. So that's a little bit about tight slots, some gun bunch, tight end again. You need to be in 3-4 odd. It will not work at all with nickel normal. I got no idea why, but we'll show you guys right now. So we'll go into gun bunch, tight end, and watch. Right now, it's probably going to work as I'm recording this video. It probably is going to work. But still pinch linebackers, and because the strong side's on the left side, we're going to be using the right side middle linebacker. Same thing, hover behind the DT. We oftentimes will get picked up, but we'll see if EA bails us out right here. Holy crap, yeah, look at that. And you kind of see the point. If he's able to get through those gaps without getting shedded, he's going to be going for a ton of yards. So in bunch tight end, best to come out in 3-4 odd. You can also run 3-4 odd basically against any tight formation, whether it be tight slash HB weak. I'd probably prefer 3-4 odd over nickel normal in that formation. But for anything that's a little bit more spread out, like if you have 2 receivers on one side, another, like a doubles, for example, trips, of any variety, it's going to be better to run the nickel normal, nickel blitz too. So that's going to take care of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button for more content, videos, blitzes. Yeah, you guys get the point. And until next time, guys, get into the lab. This has been T Meister. See ya.